Hello everyone, welcome to a new series I'm starting. It is if Civilization was to start over, but with a twist, because this is heavily inspired by AdizzPro's video. The twist is I'll be using UEBS, Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator, to simulate all the battles so that it could be a fair outcome. And it's not just based on size of the army and strength. It's more on like whether they'd win or not. We're going to have it so that the first people start all the way over here next to the Horn of Africa, right here. It's going to be a blue color. And that's them there. The first country in the entire world. They currently don't know very much. This is set way back, as in there's no guns, there probably aren't even swords, there aren't bows, it's just hands. And that's it. So the first country's real goal is to just expand and explore the world. So that's what it's going to be doing. This country, I'm just going to call it the blue country, expands up more into Ethiopia and where's this? I forgot what country this is, but it's right next to Ethiopia, and they expand outwards and up here, and they claim all this coast. And so far it's just them in the world facing against, well, the extreme heats. So these explorations are making a lot of their soldiers die, so you should be careful. But they eventually get almost the entire Horn of Africa. If I can, yeah, there we go, fill in that square. They now own this entire thing. But that's a pretty large country for the world, I mean, for the first country. And so it splits off into 3 regions. The first region is the red region. If I can actually, nope. There we go. And the second region will be the green region, taking most of this horn. Bang. Just like that. So now it's split up into 3 regions, as you can see. And obviously all they know about is that there's this area here. They don't know if there's maybe islands. They probably don't know what an island is at this time. All they know is that there's more land up there. So the current goals of each country is the green one is to, settle down, try and maybe get like some agricultural stuff going, and just stay there, maybe expand a tiny bit just up to here. That's probably what their next steps will be. The blue country wants to expand and, well, discover the whole world. And the red country also wants to do that. But obviously the blue and the red country can't both own the entire world. They'd have to split it. So with there not being very much reason very much to fight, they just strive to expand at the moment. The red country starts off by expanding out westward, northwest-ish, and they keep going. But they have to stop because of the Great Saharan Desert that runs right across here, and they are just at the edge of it. It's about there, I think. Now, the blue country is going to expand downwards because they know there's more land down there, so they keep going down this way. They keep pushing down and down and down, and they finally stop round about here because they need to focus on starting to get some of this cool new stuff which they found they can do, which is combine sticks with rocks to make weapons and tools. So they stop and they start trying to get some of that stuff. And the green country, they just decide to take this bit here because no one is there. And they also take that bit there. Once again, tries to expand after its large stopping of gathering more sticks and stones. So it expands all the way out here until it completely cuts off the green country from expanding outwards. But what the green country is doing now is also getting sticks and stones, but to make things to help their farms and help their docks. But wait, docks? Yeah. They've made rafts. So these rafts will be able to transport them round about from this, like 2 pixels, so from there to there, and that's about as far as it goes. Because they are very close. So their rafts could make it to from the tip of Italy to Sicily. So now the blue country pushes more downwards, and they finally become huge country. I mean, for this time, it's maybe the size of just a bit smaller than Poland, maybe like Bulgaria, around about the size of Bulgaria. And the dark red country decides, because if it can't go up, because it's a huge desert and all of their explorers are dying there, they're going to have to go out westward. So they start doing just that, and they make a huge spike. And obviously, this can be done because there's no countries to stop it or anything to stop it, because no one's fighting today. No one is fighting around these times. Anyways, they get over here, and that is what they've created, a large, long country. It's like, but obviously supplying stuff here. I'll put capital cities on, so not done yellow, so I'll do yellow. So their capital is right over here. Their capital is over here, and their capital is over here. So that's all the capital of all the different places. So obviously their capital has all of their most valued stuff, and they're going to have to transport that all the way over there, and that will take possibly years because it's just on foot. So yeah, no, definitely years. So it's getting harder to expand, so they decide to let go of that country, well, that area, and they decide to turn it into its own country. This is going to be the gold country here. And there you go. That is the gold country over here. And let's see, can you see yellow on there? Yeah, you can. Well, there you go. That's their capital there. So now we have 4 countries all in Africa, and they this country is just to, they're trying to maybe make their country a bit less elongated and try and expand out, like maybe make it into a nice shape instead of a, I don't even know what kind of shape this is. And they just keep going down, and the dark red sees what they're doing, and they see that they're doing a pretty good job. But with their low, like, like transportation system, because it's such a huge country, they're gonna have to move their capital. So that's what they do. They decide to destroy their capital city. Well, not destroy, but they just abandon it, and everyone takes maybe 2 or 3 years. They turn their capital over here. So now they can expand downwards because all of their stuff is right there. So they have full support by their people to go downwards. So that's what they do. They meet this huge, I guess was this a lake, maybe? Yeah, I think this is a lake, and they meet this huge lake, and they realize, oh, it's pretty good. I mean, there's nice, luscious area, land around it, so they decide they are going to completely surround it. Yep, that's theirs now. We're also going to quickly put a border around it. There we go. Okay, so now they've completely surrounded this river. I'm not doing that with all these, that took way too long. So they've completely surrounded it. So now they just need to even out their borders a bit more. Eat up as much land as they can. So yeah, now this is what that looks like. So the blue country is a bit jealous because, whoa, I just got word that they found some huge bodies of water that have really come in handy for their country to stay stable. Because now it's not just huge hot biomes, so I'm going to start doing the same thing. They do the first act of threatening in the entire series, where a bunch of their soldiers, which they now have, because they have just recruited a bunch of men to hold large swords made of stone, and they have completely lined this area right here. Completely lined this area here. So now the dark red country is feeling a bit threatened, so they decide that they are going to make a smaller country in between, right here. They're going to just make one out of nowhere, just to make sure they have a tiny bit more protection. Just like that, country there. And bang! Welcome to the new country. It is the pink country. So now the dark blue is seeing what they're doing. So they decided to take some of their land and make it into a country as well. Just to try and make their border a bit less small, because they don't want any of that tension between them. So this country here. Bang. So now both sides decide to stop just destroying their own countries to make little almost puppet states, and decide it should be the era of expansion. So everyone starts expanding. The green boats, the boat team, greens, they've expanded their green boating stuff so that they can now make that distance, but obviously they're too far to go there. As in, they can make this distance, but they can't make that distance or any of these. But if they could move their guys through like this and go up here, then they could set up their rafts here and go across and explore this new world. So now the dark blue country shall do expanding just like everyone else seems to be doing, because it is the new, I guess, trend. Everyone's trying to Everyone's trying to expand their country to be as big as it can. But that means it's gonna have to start feeding all of these people that are gonna be spread around everywhere, and they won't be able to get food to all these places, because this journey, right down here, because there's a city down here, that is gonna take years to get there. And by then, the people will be dead. So they decide to stop expanding. The dark red country has decided it's finally time to try that desert again. So they try pushing up a bit more. It's very difficult because there's nowhere to set up camper cities. So they have to keep going back and forth between cities until finally they see a bit of green. It's like, ooh, there's some green over here. So they move up to it and they realize, ooh, it's another watering hole. So now they've found another watering hole. So they once again completely surround it. And bang, that's also theirs now. And they need to try and fill in the lost areas here. The golden country, they're also expanding downwards and slightly more to the west, but their capital's all the way over here, so that's going to take ages. They decide to stop going there and start building their country up, also pushing into the Sahara Desert. Oh, wait. That's not the Sahara, I've been calling it wrong. This is the Sahel here, and the Sahara's up here, I'm pretty sure. Sahara, Sahel. So yeah, the Sahel's been stopping them. Dark blue country has completely stopped expanding. Same with the dark red. Same with the gold. Because they've stopped at the Sahel and they don't want to push too much down because that's going to start doing... That way it's going to start being difficult to supply that because that's about maybe a 5-month walk. Probably. And I'm going to call this dark blue from now on, but the blue and the pink countries can't expand because they are landlocked. So now the dark green country finally thinks it's time to move their troops through. So right over here, they move their troops through all the way around to there. Help the the dark green country. So now the dark green country has made successful landing after 2 failed attempts, and bang, there they go. Dark green country has now expanded to modern day Yemen, and they'll probably be pushing over to Saudi Arabia and Oman. And they decide that they should start setting up some cities, so they start doing that. Well, towns probably, they don't have cities, so capital towns. About 1,800 people now landing over here. Well, not there, but here, like round about there. So now their exploration projects can start up again and all the cities start getting populated with their large amount of people that just appeared. I'm gonna nicen out these borders a bit more. So now this is how the current borders are looking here. They're all a bit wibbly wobbly, but I think it looks pretty good. So now this is what the world looks like, and I'll see if I can... That's all they know about, so everything else is just a mystery. They're like, this is all they know. It looks a bit weird with the water, but yeah, you understand. Just a second. That might be a slight problem. So yeah, if you couldn't tell, I lost that little bit of recording. Well, I didn't lose the recording, I lost the map. So I had to recreate it to my memory. Because the the back button didn't work properly. But yeah, no, this is all they know about. Just this bit here. They don't know if it's just little pots of water dotted around, or if there'll be, well, they know there's a huge, they know about this huge bit of water here. They know about that, I mean, on both sides, and then just that side. They know about that, but that is about it. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode of this. I know there was no battles in UEBS yet, but that is because they're not technically advanced yet. But I will tell you, the last thing in this video, they discover iron. And now there's iron getting traded and exported all across the countries. Oh yeah, I forgot to put in the capitals. Down, there's probably a city there, and then loops back up there. And that's just the trading exportation era, and they're trying to build one maybe there. I might make more of these if you want. If you want a map like this with all the trading routes on a different map, then just tell me. But anyways, that is the trading map, and this is the final map. So, episode 1 of the world, and here it is. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video, hopefully coming out maybe 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks. Yeah, sounds about right. Anyways, I'll see you later. Goodbye.